Got a few hours to try to work all the rest of this. Getting already tired. There. Long to find it. Still unblocking. Yep, pop back up. Okay. Loaded yet? Checking everything. And it's saying about the audio thing, but I don't know what to do about that. This, yeah, you may have to, if you could possibly hear me already, may have to like turn the volume up kind of high to hear. Sorry, once again, like I don't know how to put my volume up higher on my mic. Try to go in like settings of it and stuff, but myself in. I was seeing if I could hear audio in the stream if that's all working. Sounds like it is. So back to working on this. Side camera gone. Bring it back up. Okay. Off. And from taking, I guess, that little break, I realized he probably should be taking a step right after he pulls his sword up like that. Not right before he starts swinging. I tried, sometimes the best thing to try to do is uh, try to act it out yourself and see how it would naturally feel correctly. Even though it does a great pose, but I think it's natural. Try something crazy here. I have to key a lot of these. going to grab these, put them back over here. Key that stuff. Let's see if have this happening as he's put up right here. Hello, Skyfire. Having to re-change my whole keys here. I made the mistake of when he steps forward here. That feels right. It still needs to go here. So he starts rolling. Delete these keys because time. Figure that out later. But grab these, pull these over here. Okay. Looks awkward, but work it out here. I have to delete a bunch of keys. Kind of re-ooze them. Like some little ballerina. I think what I can do is not make him step so forward. Don't want it too far back like this here because it'll fall over. Yeah, yeah, work out his hips move forward here. All this here. Pull these forward. Get his flow movement with his foot here. Okay, there. Yeah, that's what it looks like to get it there. All to it, so it nice curve up to there. Up, down. Drastic changes there. Of course, doing a lot of weird jiggly movements because so much is unsmooth about him. Smooth him out. Was like kind of was getting some things and working with linear and then back to step mode. I'm like breaking a lot of things. Yeah. Things aren't moving all together, so it looks very weird, but I'm trying to just look at one thing at a time and fix stuff. Arms or stuff up here. Let's just put it back to one. I think I worked out what his hips and foot is doing. Does some back and forth movements up there. And we look at my right before you with blocking. Yeah, this is what it was before the step mode. What my but it just felt very weird on how he's stepping. Do a save as version and see how this works. That's why nice to have version numbers because then you go back. It's all a mess or something. Yeah. Call it stepping. What? Yeah. Numbers. Yes. Because you don't want to save over something that probably was working before and then just ruined yourself. There's times that I've gone back on stuff. Let's see how this works now. That looks better. That looks much better. Took away a lot of awkward stepping when he was in his preparing of swinging his sword. Once again, like it may look so great, look very interesting on step poses here, but I guess I couldn't figure out how to put it together. I guess like if you notice, it does a very quick step, and if you flow that together, putting all the in between missing frames, it doesn't look right. So yeah. Blocking the point is like to get the start of the idea, I guess, and get really detailed positions best you can. Figure out what the motion's going to be. Yeah, I am liking that much better. The step he was doing looked very odd before. It looks feels a little more natural, unless someone else thinks it looks weird. Of course, his arms, all that's now all broken up there. Broken a bunch of stuff, changing all that. Now it's, yeah, fixing it. Yeah, all his hand is pulled farther than what he can really have his hand. Yeah, like, because stretching's off, like you can turn. Make his, again, like, if you're doing like cartoony stuff, you can have his like hand stretch and stuff, but I, like I said much earlier, I like uh, having the characters a little more realistic style, I guess, instead of them doing the very bendy, squashy, cartoony stuff. So I like having the controls that if it's going past the point, it just pulls the arm or leg super straight. But I'm kind of key help of graph editor. You could just move multiple keys at once, positions all at once. Breaking the flow of its movement. There. I need to try to not polish out secondary thing. Like his arm, in a way, is a secondary motion. I need to. You wanna. It's like kind of in steps. You wanna get hip. The very first thing that gets smooth, worked out very well is his hips and spine. All the other parts kind of follow after that. So I think I've seen like. I think perhaps other animators like may even go to extreme of like they have it so they can hide the character's arms and legs, and so you see just like a base body of the character, and they work that out first, and then I'm gonna still focus on his hips and spine. Of course, his whole spine right here is doing very weird stuff. Let's cover this. Delete the controls. About this stuff. Where he's like still kind of arching back. Still also in step key. I need to fix that. Just go a little bit manually curves. Lighting off to the side there. whole spine is like doing really weird stuff. Chest up there is just like bending around and jump movement here. Just to work, just to delete. Where I start to really delete a bunch of stuff to get that curve. It sounds like I only have an hour and 20 minutes. So let's see how far. I am really hoping I could like completely finish this. I'm just not saying it though. Really, I'm not gonna want to try to. I don't know. I was hoping to just like throw together an animation and boom, just upload it and yay. Did that in one day. But I don't know if I want to just like say it's done like on the time that I set myself and just like, oh, there you go. Or like spend. That's too far forward, really. Down, you know. And we're rolling because it's same time turning like this and rolling. Doing this roll here. Kind of made two things happening at the same time. Just like I was having trouble with his hips here. Annoying to deal with. Well, I am kind of doing this because like this is my one day off for the moment. And I think I'm gonna have to maybe do the same thing. Just like rolling. Do this. There. Those tricks of right within a frame, it is on something. Gotta like really get it really close together. Oh, twisting stuff here. I don't know why I'm bothering with that. You don't even see his foot much at that point. That's why I keep my camera. It's just only, or I always like to have some key on the camera, because if you like, whoop, I moved my camera and it just snaps right back when I move the frame. I want his, I feel like his arm needs to delay a little bit. They break things and then key half of it, grab all this and frame. Hips are not moving smoothly still. Of course, a lot like will help is when I put it in smooth curves. Like right now, it's straight line linearness. Kind of, I guess the point of that is to work out still what pose spot is. I don't know how to actually explain it, but you tell right where before a rotation or right before or after like a movement starts or stops. And you could try to like work out like his chest doing that weird thing right there. It'd be maybe hard to tell something weird going like that happening with all the curves all smoothed out. Like if curves and stuff straight like that, if they look like that, I don't know. I like to work out things, I guess, linear at times. Get all those keys. Yeah, I guess linear is kind of like the ironing out of blocking. I try to get it so it's like it feels like there's some curvage even with linear. So in a way, like his hips right now look like they possibly have smooth uh, curves or so, but they're still on linear. Also, I'm noticing that it's just in this very steady, slow movement all the way through him pulling up his sword. There needs to be a slow, like slow goes in, speeds up, slows down. I don't know how to explain it. That I think I'll start maybe throwing keys into half because I want to just like simply scale these keys here. So I feel like right when he's at this point and he's speeding up, kind of like going like this, which that way. researcher doing that rest. Yeah, I just now put a bunch of keys off the frame, but sometimes if it's all get worked out, but simply what I can do is then figure out what keys are where. Probably easier to than all dope sheep. Grab all the keys and then slightly just kind of move them so they all snap into the frame. Problem is like you might get some keys that go on top of each other is the issue. I think it gets a bunch of keys on each other. I guess I just try to not care about keys being like that. It's just kind of annoying to grab them. I think it's all whatever. Timing works out. I don't care. Just in here. Like there still needs to be like some a little more. Boom. Why not just change it with me scrolling it back and forth? I think simply just because of this whole thing is a little slow. Grab all of this and pull it in. How that feels. Yeah. Showing me on how it's just spins back and forth here. No. Yeah, what's going on? You. Yeah, you are his head's doing very weird bobbingness. work out how I want it to be. Frustrations. Just in a mess. Hands doing all weird things. So much of it a mess. I sadly probably try to do too complex of a motion. Oh, this is gonna be easy. How hard should it be? Eh, going on? There's everything. Change positioning. Bunch of keys. You're missing that. Famous last words. By the way, Max out. Maybe you could like, if you ever, I guess, get on MechWarrior, just say hi to everyone and say hi to everyone for me, and I guess if they think I'm like foreverly gone or anything, because I haven't got around reinstalling TeamSpeak and MechWarrior and all that. Kind of a, I guess, in a good, good thing that um, being able to focus a little more on the 3D animation stuff. How am I making it? Going. That's of course going to be going around. I rotate that up later. Much brokenness from actual step posing. Oh, I think I'm going to. I think it's getting to where like I need to rough everything back again here. Delete like half my key, more than half my keys, and just nearly restart posing it. Just that much of a mess it feels like. Really get this worked out. So I want like another day or something. I just don't have the time. It's really frustrating me now. Don't have the time. Just now complaining. Oh, falling apart. It's doing. Do also. Playlist. Who my captain was? I don't remember actually. I didn't never, I guess, joined one of the squads, so I'm not sure if I had a captain, unless you're asking, like, who invited me to the group. I wonder if you, it's fine if I say what group I'm in MechWarrior. Sure if I want to mention that. Yeah, that I'm clicking on. I also can click off on my other screen window. Feels too slow on how he's pulling up his sword. Oh, not enough time. So maybe just let anyone know. I'm sure like a lot of them knows me. Like probably like big group leader probably knows. Oh, why? Here, you. The only thing, or what would kind of be best to do, would be to like pick this up like fully a whole another day. But I gotta work tomorrow. I was like, whatever I get done here is like going to be it. And I was not wanting to plan on just this simple little thing to like pick up later because I wanted to get the full thing in just today. Just frustrating. Like what he's doing here. Like, oh, I want to whack a sword on the put out my. Maybe that's why I want to animate this guy so much. Is I want to just get my rage out onto my animation. I don't know. Frustrations of life. I just pull, really mess up his keys from being on the frame and just speed this whole thing up. Start can just stay a little slow, but mouth opening right here did not quite work. Do it fairly. Thing is, cause like I'm uh, really work this out. Like I was saying before, like I need to delete like 60, 70, I don't know, like a bunch of my keys. Reset it to like stu rough moding with all the position, because like now I'm kind of working out his timing all over again. Everything is just jiggling around all awkwardly because I've been moving keys all over the place. Everything is just broken right now. Uh, See what it looks like in smooth. I don't know. I'm just ugly animation. Ugly. The only thing that's going for it is just curve motion of his sword. Jiggle jaggling all over the place right here. His hips and chest doing. Forward and going back. Such weird stuff. I'll just stand on a little bit. Really just going deep and polishing even as messed up things are. I just don't have time to do it the proper way I'd like to do it. Just kind of in a rush of getting this done now. I'm going to delete all you keys. I don't like what's going on, whatever's happening there. It's not his type of character of doing spazzing out while attacking. Would not do that. Deleting and keying just a few keys to work out. Probably simply what's going on here is just too many keys all in one spot. There we go. I think that worked out the jiggliness. What is his teeth doing? Wow, what is going on? He lost his dentures. Oh, he popped back. Yeah, what is going on here? Not yet. You know what? I think that's actually what I just need to do is just clean up a lot of these keys. One thing at a time. Which proper thing at a time. Got only 50 minutes. Gonna do that. On each other. Grab that single key. And you. Sense of this all the wobbliness. So it's all smoothed out. Whole motion is perfectly smooth. Hopefully we'll get it to a satisfiedness of what I like. I guess hopefully I'm just achieving what I set out on this. Which, by the way, anyone and everyone that possibly watched it all the way through this point, somewhat surprised that you stayed through all this. As boring as this might be, I guess I'll say you're very dedicated to watch or just something. Better. There we go. I think I was overreacting on things there. So I guess to work out a lot of things is just go through the keys and delete things that are like that. Smooth it all out. You were working on some models while watching. I guess that's what I've been finding fun watching other people's streams and stuff is be working off on the side myself. I guess I'm gonna get his oh, actually no, I got his spine here first. Got whatever going on here now. Probably just gonna leave it with things frame spots. Timing feels a little better here. Oh. Probably just gonna like leave any little mistake like that instead of just like because yeah, I could certainly try to fix some time and stuff, but then I just do not have time to properly fix everything. All of this going. Stuff here. That's one thing I'm gonna do that really quickly here. Is that dark eye is annoying me. I'm gonna jump into the rig of the character. Fix that. Gonna be just like one little button I need to do. I guess that's a good point of, yeah, the point of, it was like, I guess I was doing like a little exercise of, like what you said there, of the point of this was to see what you could do in a day. Don't feel bad about what you can and can't accomplish. Yeah. Because yeah, in that is like yeah, both like kind of little exercise practice I was trying to do, and hopefully show how I animate, hopefully professionally. I don't know. Okay, it needs to be two first. There. All that I needed. Save. Okay. Now because it like has the same name and everything, I can just back to the other project and why you reference characters, because you could just do a little change and go back to your animation and everything still works. As long as all the controls with have the same name and they're all hopefully rigged the same way. You can break the characters and have it all broken in your animation. I might there. I'm always having trouble finding that project again. I named it too weirdly. Oh, I've been forgetting to stop and it's been over an hour. Okay, I'm gonna stop and start it. Yeah, I have an hour-long video now. Oh well. I did notice though, like when I stopped the other one, I have it hidden for now. Like, so if you were watching this after, like it's not live streaming anymore, I'll be showing both of them then. But yeah, the previous live stream I had going, after I stopped it, it looks like it did uh, bring the whole thing into YouTube. So I guess that just, especially if I don't have anything of editing, which I do worry of, like on what it's shown in that corner that I closed the window, or in this one just popped it up. It popped up back onto me. Hopefully that's not going to show important information. Like something with like just my I looked like it was just showing like the what graphic card and stuff that it is using, my details. Got his shoulder. Yeah. Fix that, I'd have to make cluster stuff or pretty much get it so his mesh isn't poking through there. Trying to get rid of all the mess of keys, which like I might not even have any time. Like I haven't even got to the tail yet, so don't have any time to do this jacket. That is big tedious secondary action stuff. Because I don't do any dynamics to it. So it doesn't feel like a statue right here. I'm just gonna put it also just frame 100. And just slowly move him, still bending forward a little bit. Like he still has life in him, not just suddenly turns into a statue. I grab, I kind of have it this way. Okay. Right, right, pop up, down. I was thinking of it like bouncing or so, but yeah, it's yeah, trying to set up dynamics is, I tried it times or tried it before, like with hair, and it's like I might, because the nice thing, if you somehow can get it set up perfectly well for you, that like it moves how you expect, it can save a whole lot of like having to animate something just following the motion of something else. Like his jacket will obviously follow around whatever his chest and stuff is doing, because it doesn't have muscles on it. It doesn't have its own, unless there's wind blowing in it, which again you can make dynamics for that. But yeah, it the what was I getting at it? Yeah, you can't make the motion. I just couldn't get it to move how I wanted. 'Cause, yeah, I tried to do it like also on that jacket, and it wasn't like opening and like like the corners opening up and stuff like that, like a jacket you expect. It was just like it was just acting just not natural. So it's like I'm just gonna hand animate it, get it to make it, so then I could just force it to move exactly how I want. So what I'm gonna do, like how I wanted him to feel like he's like, like when, like his expression is, like his thought. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, play less it. I feel like it's skipping frames here. Button over click there, because I opened up this one. I think what I'll do, because like yeah, I'm very close to only having just 30 minutes more, is I'm gonna just try to work out its tail and just finish up what I can, and like that's it. I'm, I'm just gonna, because I don't want to turn into like what I did before, like didn't really live stream it, but like I recorded like a tutorial thing of me doing a walk cycle, and afterward I just wanted to. Of course, I did use that later in with like my map, the centuries, all those characters, walk cycling. But like after I created my little tutorial parts, I kept like, oh, I need to fix this and fix that, and like more and more. I don't want this to turn into that same thing of like going in later days, which even though yeah I have less time, like I still have like hours of like days that I work to do stuff. Just it's hard to work stuff out with like he's a set of little statue right there. of them, so he's like kind of standing up. Of course, I don't want his sword feel like it's what should be doing. Feels like he's like pulling it out of something. Which maybe I could like have it like, but then I have to go like, have it actually like just dropping the other way. Higher up here, like it's dropping down. Like it could be stuck in something. Key. Well, here, I guess here's one of the issues of having keys off the frame is a key right on that, it just puts a key right next to it. And it's like, and I keep accidentally closing that. Sometimes I purposely do that. Mesh. Oh, oops. One key is mesh. Did I? Doesn't really matter. The only thing I'd be keying is the visibility and such. Don't need all that. Oh, sweet Coco again. Still animating, which I'm going to only do to 30 minutes and pretty much say this is done. So I'm just hoping it's not going to be so ugly that I'm just like, can't stand seeing it ever. But I really don't want to have it a partially done thing where I'm just going to go crazy if I unless I finish it. Like I need to hop a lot. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be all sorts of mistakes on this. I'm just trying to get like the biggest details all worked out. Like get like the main like kind of like things of like the 12 principles, like curve of motion, the timing, caution stretch, this is going down too quick. But you keep telling you playing on it. And when I want to select something and it just makes me move the key I wanted to do. Curve. really control the flow of this. Actually, I should say. That jiggle jaggling around. So I guess the very least control I'm gonna work out completely smooth is his root, spine, and hips movement. Those are the most important, I guess. Oh, try that. Stop doing that. Jumps down. Stop that. Bugs me. There's something crazy like that. I need to work out his tail though. Like the very next noticeable thing that's all messed up right now. I'm just gonna key a lot of tail. Big mess. I'll try to some of these missions. That a lot. I delete stuff around it. There goes. Get rid of all these keys out of frame. Now, now I could just kind of work out having his tail follow his hips here. Kind of wag. Catches up going past that point. Actually, should it be the other way though? Well, he is pivoting towards that direction. I'm just thinking of like having his tail balancing his weight from the sword. if he possibly has a tail that's, it doesn't have too big of a tail here to really balance himself with. But in a way, tails can be simple to animate. Just kind of just following the curve of the hip motion. Look how high his tail goes. I want to work that out, even though you don't really see it on that view. Once again, got where as it might be the gimbal thing happening. Suddenly flipped. Like, yeah, it's doing that. This is really what the keys. You spin this, it like spins this rotation with that, and when you get a rotation straight like this, there's no way to like twist his wrist, if you could see what's going on here. I can't twist like this direction because both axes are turned right straight here. But when you have like local, it always keeps that. I can still do that, but it's having the key like all rotations. It just can go crazy about it. So it can end up like suddenly swapping whole rotation around. Wasting my time explaining, I guess, something that I don't know. It can be one of those annoying things that you end up having uh, rotations. Which is the reason why at times for me to work it out, George going through his ear there, is I just key one frame at a time. I just key. I, once again, it's like why I don't like keys off frame because then I can't key them. Yes. Oh, Kenny, what do you mean by 11 by 10? Um, to clean up everywhere. Every single control I've done is going to be messy like this. Which is where the tedious time that really need to spend really clean this up. I only have 20 minutes now. Oh, what's my... I'm going to stop and start a record here. I don't know why I keep saying like time. Oh, I'm going to stop my recording and start it. Because you guys, it probably doesn't look like I'm doing anything really. I'm also recording my live stream and just don't want like super hours long video, which sadly I forgot a while on one of them. So I'm like, I have one video that's like an hour long. But I probably don't worry about the videos because I'm going to put on YouTube, I think, without having that's broken elbow. Yeah, I'm not like stopping the stream at all. I'm just like stopping the open broadcaster software because it's recording at the same time while live streaming, and I can like simply like tell it to stop recording and then re-recording and whatnot. Sad face. What are you talking about? So sad. Or all his weight is going down on the ground here. Get to doing any camera shakes. Maybe I gotta getting into rushing mode here. So I'm gonna try to see if I could get his tail keyed out here and then see if I could throw a little camera shake. I have to call it done. Get to that. Years. Hopefully I'm like being loud enough for everyone to hear because my mic is probably not very loud or so. Can't really change it. There's like not really any settings apparently for me to change it. Tried looking for it like a lot. I think I probably because like maybe I don't like simply have the driver installed for me to change the volume for it. Hold up, just tip of his tail, I think. right here. That tip needs to kind of drag along like this. Drop it. Base. Okay, good. It's loud enough for everyone. Key. That. I do all these keys and they're like right on each other. Kind of something to do is delay these to beat each other. That tell me so. I get her. I feel like he's kind of thing up for king. And this. Uh, yeah. Line this thing down. I got like 10 minutes. I got a rush on this. And, like it's this is drag. All of it just. Right, everywhere. Ugliness. Cheat. Not working out. But satisfying enough. Let's just try and make it feel like his tail drops down with him. Throws all his energy downward. Stuff that falls with that. trying to do. That's not right. Drop down with boom. Let's just call that good enough. Close to 5. Simply because like I have a very strict time of when I need to end is someone will be going to bed and I don't want anyone up. I deal with. I also need time to do that. That. Get rid of all these so they have motion. Bobby. Tilt down before it goes up. What I'll do. Um, grab something else. Blink somewhere. Blink. Just do quickly what I do for camera shake. I'm gonna just even. I like to have it like maybe. You know, actually, I can do just quick little group. So I'm not like keying it around the camera in case I need to edit its movement. How is it like? No, that's not going to work because I want to rotate it like this. So I don't like having to put it around the key of the camera. I do it with this. Trying to work out like animation layer because I only have like a few minutes. I'm going to be cut off sooner. I'm going to just try to quickly create a little camera shape just to finish all out. About here and shake some down. Probably have to change around the probably doing way too much here. See how it looks. Play last because even previewing like this, because it may skip, you're not going to be able to see the full camera shake until it's like it's pretty much I'm trying to do. If I show you the graph editor here, I'm gonna pretty much just making waves of it going up and down. That and kind of want it like steadily going off what a wave would do. I need to do a play blast just to really see what's going on here. Just to it automatically opening up my video, but there, doesn't do that apparently. Wait, why are you doing that? I never did that. The reload when you already loaded or something? No, no, no. And left hand stuff there. Can't shake it pretty close on there. Do rotation up and down. Down and that's the check. Notice some little changes. Fix that hand. That mistake of had his hand going. Stillness of air. That will happen. Simply this to fix that. Key. Delete keys. Grab. Graph editor. Grab the keys. Delete all. Oh, delete all my keys. Key everything. Grab it there. Last. Grab that. Complaining a lot here. I don't have time. Sorry if I'm complaining too much. Reality. Having the face all the time. Very weird. Why is sitting in such a weird, weird with your hand? Probably doing that weird stuff with the gimbal. Figure out if I probably something down the gimbal location there. What do you mean don't knock it either? It might not be perfect, but don't knock it either. What do you mean by that? Saying that I'm too hard on myself? Thinking that it's super ugly when probably not. I'm getting past my time that told of stop. Huh. between all those keys kind of worked it out a lot. Yeah, that's much better. You know, graphs doing. You don't need to follow too much of the graph editor. Just a tool guide on things, but sometimes, because it is again like with that gimbal rotation, if it may look very ugly in the graph editor, but it still can look smooth motion like that. So I think I should call it done now. I think I'll just make a little playlist and probably throw that up too. But I think I've done it. Hopefully. I wonder what you guys think of it. You can respond quick enough, I guess. It is. Let me see, like, what does it say? So this is close to 2 hours. And I think I noticed last live stream recording, whatever, was 6 hours. So this is pretty much all this is straight on from like 8 hours. Thanks. Glad that you think it's looks good. I could see I could probably find so many mistakes that I would have to spend another day or more at least to work them out. Playback, that version thing. I'm just gonna really try to ignore whatever mistakes I do, because the point of this was, yeah, let's see what I can animate in a day from full process. I quickly can fix the thing I didn't notice that like head has got some this. Yeah, for me to really clean up a lot of this is just to go through each control at a time, fixing up each thing like this, deleting every unnecessary key, smoothing out the curve. I just don't have time for doing that on every control. I do want his head though to not feel like it's bobbling back in such a weird manner. I didn't even get to like doing any like crazy expression here, but time to go working out his expression, his face stuff, which really a big focus, main focus isn't. You're not even really. Camera's not focused on his face, so nice thing is there's not really need to do much on his face. Can I have to get off now. But yeah, I'm just gonna call this done. Done. Save it, save it, save it, save it. Play best. Get so it's full scale now. Yeah, it doesn't pop up again. That's what it looks like. I don't know why it does that. Okay. But yeah, there's my 8 hour straight on. Well, not straight on. I did take a break. Yeah, thanks. I'll jump to bed now. So I guess in a way I congratulate anyone that watched through this whole thing. Hopefully I did a lot of helpful tips and hints. Take care anyone that's watched this. And yep. God bless.